Okay, it seems we have a little bit of an audio issue. Something about things being very quiet on stream. We're going to get that sorted. Okay, was the earlier part still audible at all? Okay, my part was audible, but the rest wasn't.
Right.
Chat,
Let's redo it.
Let's start again, shall we?
I hope that was all good. We're gonna I'll just repeat everything again, or the last bit at least. Let's have some fun. Tim with Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge. I'll leave it to you, and let's just redo the thing, and we'll be good, right?
Perfect.
Have some fun.
Thank you very much, Cruel. Hello there, folks. Welcome, welcome. My name is TinyTim78. I'm going to be running Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge on the Commodore Amiga. Medium difficulty today. I'm joined by the wonderful Grumpmeister, who is going to be helping me with this, give me a few pointers, I'm sure.
Hopefully. Thank you for having me for this. So,
pleasure.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to get started straight away. We'll talk about the game as we're going through. I'll give Tech a countdown. It's when I actually select the music track, but I'll count you down. So let's go here. Let's go for this music track this time. So we're going to go for start in 3, 2, 1, go! Here we go. We'll start with Finland. There are 10 courses in this difficulty, and the objective of the game is to finish 10th or higher in every race to qualify. If I fail a race, as in I finish out of the top 10, that's run over immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, and a fun thing here is like there's 20 cars on the road, so you have to finish in the top half, basically.
And this is a very tricky start.
Ah, you got it. There's still more than enough time.
It's just...
The rocks on the road aren't helping, though, with and other cars. But, you know, it's a racing game. You have to beat other cars.
Yeah. There we go. Right. So a little bit about this game quickly then, a little bit of background for you. This game came out in 1990 on the Commodore Amiga. It was the first of a series of 3 games that ended up. The Genesis got a version of the second game, I believe. But this is the majority of the games were all on the Amiga, and that's where I played them. And yeah, it's very much a childhood favorite, this one.
Out of curiosity, what kind of controller did you use for the Amiga version yourself?
Yes, when I originally played it on my original Amiga, I actually used a joystick. Just a one-button joystick.
Yep.
Nowadays, I tend to emulate most of the time, so I'm normally on a keyboard.
Yeah.
But you can use a gamepad with that. But today, I'm using the gamepad on the actual Amiga Mini.
Yeah. So that's a bit of a difference compared to your normal speedrun of Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge. But yeah, for me as well, like I played this as a kid. As I said during the intro, that wasn't audible. But I had like a 2-button joystick. It's not made for racing games, but I was young. I played with it.
Yeah, no. I mean, the thing this week has been interesting because Grump, as I say, very kindly has let me have a loan of the Amiga Mini to practice this game. And it has been getting used to the change of control has been the thing. I've definitely had to practice quite a few times this week for this run, but it's been fine. It's I have played this game a lot, shall we say? I've been playing this game for over 30 years, so
tends to be a thing with speedrunning, isn't it?
Yeah, it does certainly help. I mean, this is also the second game that I actually picked up as a speedrun after Manic Miner. Which I ran at BSG 2019.
That was your first speedrun that you did at the marathon,
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah.
It was, yes.
I remember that. You still owe me a pancake.
Yes, I do indeed.
For a bit of a context, when he was running Manic Miner at 2019, I was at home because I live relatively close by. I was making pancakes. I was so in awe, I burned the pancake.
Yeah. I apologised for the burnt pancake.
Yeah, it's all good.
But no, this game is another one, as I say, I played a lot of, and it is a fantastic game. Now a little bit speed tech there that I missed. If you'd like to explain that, maybe Grump, what I was trying to do there.
Yeah, you're trying to smack yourself right into the finish line or at the pole of the finish line, which stops the car and immediately stops the race. And another thing that is good to mention here, like on the right you see like the gear that you're currently driving in the miles per hour, rotation per minute, but also a fuel level. And while you didn't need to do anything with it the first race, it will come into play later on that you do have to refuel.
Yeah, the various races, what I like about this game is the races are all set. So you've got 10 races in the medium difficulty. So the course is always going to be the same, with all the same obstacles, the same length, etc., etc. So you can learn the courses, and you basically have to.
Yeah.
You really do need to learn them. This one is a relatively straightforward course. It doesn't have any obstacles on it. I like to split the courses up into sort of different types. You get the sort of what I call bendy courses, which is like this, which is basically just corners and no real obstacles. Then you get the what I call the obstacle courses, which is literally something with obstacles on them, like the last one.
Yeah, where there were some rocks on the road.
Yeah,
basically.
they tend to combine them most of the time. So most of the courses tend to be quite twisty and have obstacles. But the major difficulty I find when playing these games is the opponent cars.
Yeah.
They're not RNG per se, but they are on a set sort of cycle. But it's effectively RNG because you're never really going to know where they are within their cycle.
Yeah,
and
right now it was really relatively smooth, but that was the number 20 that we just lapped. You rolled into them.
Yep, you'll see them. They come up really quickly, like that. And trying to not to run into them is a bit of a skill. There we go.
Especially in the corner.
Yeah.
Especially in the corner.
And the reason for that is that they actually do not stay stationary on the track. They literally move from left to right on the track, which you'll see on the straights. And they just continue doing that even round the corners, which makes it exceedingly difficult a lot of the time to go past them on the corners. Yeah,
because you also have to anticipate what direction they're going in, and you may not be able to turn in the other direction.
Yeah, the car doesn't actually handle, in terms of turning, particularly great. No. It's fast, and it likes to go in the direction it's going, so it doesn't corner particularly well. Now, could you explain the beeping for me, please? Guam?
Yeah, the beeping is that you may need to refuel. And we will be able to do that right after this finish line, like in the final lap. So right now, we have to put it stationary. While that's happening, the handyman, like the repairman, are refueling the car. As you could see, like you still see the image on the bottom part, which is normally the second player. But as you're refueling, the opponent cars keep on driving. They'll keep going. So you can go from first spot to, let's say, fifth, sixth, whatever, because you were refueling.
Yeah.
And they don't have to refuel.
No. And that's a major problem on the later courses. If you reach the end of or the second last lap before the end without being in first position, you are going to be struggling then to qualify because of the fact you're going to lose. And that was all right.
It worked. You're still standing there.
Yep. And that does actually save a few seconds on that. I'm also mashing here to skip the score screens that you get between each level, because you are getting points for each race. And this is now race 3, which is Greenland. And the major feature on this race, and it mentioned it on that little screen there that we just saw, but due to the load times on the Amiga Mini, basically you hardly see it. So you don't generally know unless you know what it says. And the major obstacle on this course is there is oil on the course all the way on a nasty, nasty bend.
Like normally they clean that up, but...
No, not here, no.
The medium difficulty has to come for something.
Okay, so this is the bend. So the bend is there, and the oil is on the right-hand side there. You can't really see it because it's the same color as the track. Yeah. But if I was to crash it onto the oil, move onto the oil, it would literally slide me right off the track into the barriers. Now, I hit the barrier anyway, but
details.
But it does mean that oil is quite unpleasant, and it's more the effect of crashing into something. Whenever you hit something in this game, you don't come to a dead stop, but you lose a lot of speed, a lot of momentum, and the opponent cars don't.
Yeah.
So as you can see, they start going past me. So anytime I hit something, I will generally lose a place or two, depending on the race. Now, this is going to be tricky because I'm getting this guy right on the bend.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
And unfortunately, I couldn't go over to the right-hand side, and he didn't either because of the oil.
Yeah.
When the enemy cars, you'll see him moving back and forth there, look. When the enemy cars are on a section of track that's got obstacles, they will literally stay on the 3 lanes. So, say for example, there's 2 lanes blocked with obstacles. They will sit in the middle of the other 2 lanes, which makes getting past them very, very difficult indeed. And it is a bit of a challenge. Now that wasn't too bad so far. Now we're
you're catching up nicely.
Yeah, but what I'm going to have to do here is watch this bend again because we're going to have the same problem. Stayed out the barrier that time, but as you can see,
still lost 2 places there.
Yeah, and
but we are halfway through the race, so you can still make up for some spots. And speaking of these spots, like when you finish, like as Tim did so far, like he finished on first place. That means in the next race you start as last place, and that's basically to give people a chance to, like, if they didn't play so well, to do better in the next race. So if Tim would finish this one on the 9th spot, he would start on the 11th spot in the next race.
Yeah. Do we have some donations, Krill?
We have donations coming in left and right for you, so I'm just going to read some of them out. We have 10 euros from someone saying, just here to wish Tiny Tim an absolutely amazing time running this game. You are a lovely, wonderful person, and it is an absolute blast to finally have you here on site at BSG again. Also, best of luck wished in the USA. We have another 10 euros coming in from Tiltoons saying, Tiny Tim, it was lovely meeting you and having you host my Billy run earlier this marathon. Good luck on the run. And then we have another 5 euros coming in from Timo saying, let's go, Tim! And then with a giant smiley face behind it. So, Tim, lots of love for you coming in through the donations, and do keep them coming.
Thank you so much, someone, Tiltoons and Timo. Thank you. Met you all this week, saw you all this week, and you are amazing. Yeah, I'm remembering to fuel. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was close. Thank you for that, Grump, keeping me right. That's why they
just
didn't
making sure.
That's why I need a co-driver. They didn't let me out alone. Oh dear. Thank you very much indeed. Right now then, I don't think I can win this one, but let's see. Let's just see. It's possible still. If this guy gets out my way.
It's still a good showcase. Also to show off that, your position at the start of the next race differs a bit in that case.
Yeah, that's fine. I think we might get close. We might get close. Now, no.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was really mean. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Let's go.
Oh dear. That was a bit close. There we go. That'll do. Not even going to bother trying crashing out. Oh dear. That was one of the races I was a little bit concerned about because I did have a disaster on this earlier in the week in the practice, and I did fail it.
It can be incredibly mean.
It can be a failure point, that race. So. Yeah. As can this one, but hopefully, there we go. 14th we started there, but you will notice that very quickly we're getting overtaken. Now this is Uruguay. This is race 4 of 10. Oh, come on, stay out the barriers. There we go. It is not a difficult race particularly, but there's a particularly nasty bit. Oh, dear. Getting bullied a bit here. Right, come on.
AI is mean in this game.
Yeah, it definitely is. Right, now then, I've got to make this... This is really critical, this bit here, because I've got to make sure I don't hit anybody. If I hit somebody on the hill, would you like to explain what happens when you hit somebody on a hill?
I'm actually not sure about that one.
Right, again, no problem.
It's been a while.
Yeah, no worries. This is the rocks here, a bit slalom section with the rocks here, which isn't actually too bad if you know where the rocks are, but when you've got other cars in the way, it's not great. So to explain the hill thing, if you crash at the bottom of a hill, or you hit something on a hill, you basically lose all acceleration because you don't get acceleration as you're going up a hill. So you will actually start going backwards.
That's not good.
And it's really, really rough. There's a couple of races it's particularly rough. This is one of them, and there's one later on that's quite rough for it as well. If I hit that bend at the bottom of the hill there, you are literally crawling up this hill, and you are losing lots of places. The one saving grace is that the enemy cars on this one aren't too fast. The speed of the enemy cars, varies depending on the track. So on this particular track, they're actually fairly slow because of the odd number of obstacles. Whereas on the courses without obstacles, they do tend to be very, very quick. And yeah, as we'll see later on, can be a bit of an issue. Yeah. Are we on the donation? Maybe?
That we do. We just got another 10 euros from Zonorous saying, hey, Tim, I told you this like 100 times, but I really love the soundtrack of this game. Oh, yeah, you're really pretty as well. Cheers.
Thank you very much indeed, Zonorous, and to you, sir, and to you. But no, the soundtrack, very interesting. If you want to mention the soundtrack, maybe Grump.
Yeah, the soundtrack of this game, like, you could pick a track at the start of the game. That track will run through all the stages at least. But yeah, it's crazy. It's so good. It is so absolutely good. Like, all of them are bangers. But that's generally with Amiga as it is. Like, Amiga, the sound chip, it was able to produce such great music. But Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge, like, it takes the cake.
Yeah, it's got a very, very strong soundtrack.
Yeah.
Now, you're interested to know that the fuel is running out, but the good news is that I'm on the last lap already. So
you can see that on top left. The top left shows like how far Tim is in the current lap. Like, the bar is almost full. So he's almost done with this particular...
Yeah, unfortunately, they're getting right in the way on the rocks here, which is bad. And I might lose a place here. Maybe. Come on. Go across the line.
Place?
Hey,
yeah, let's go.
that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. I'll take that. Thank you. Right, okay. So, next race. Mashing again to get through Morocco. This is a twisty one. And it, again, not too bad. But if I get a poor start, if I get bumped a lot, it can be challenging because they go a bit faster. So if I get a nice clean start, it's not too bad. But if you have a very bumpy bumper car style start, it can be a bit messy.
This is going
This
pretty
is
well.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could live with that. Let's just make sure we keep it up, though.
Like, to compare it with previous race, Tim only had to do 4 laps. Right now, he has to do 6 laps. Another fun tidbit to mention here: whenever there's an obstacle or a turn coming, the intensity of the turn or the obstacles is shown by the amount of signs next to the road. So this was a light turn, but later on you see a turn with like this, a lot of signs, and that signals that there's a big turn coming, a fast-moving turn. So you can anticipate on it using those kind of visual cues if you're not familiar with the tracks. But yeah, Tim is familiar with these tracks, so he doesn't need them as much.
Yeah, no. The other thing with those barriers is they are an absolute pain. It's possible if you hit them at the wrong angle to get stuck behind them, i.e. to the left of them or to the right of them, away from the track. And if that happens, you really are in bother because you lose an awful lot of time. Because you'll keep running into them until you're basically past them. There's no reverse in this game. There's no turning your car around. It's not like Mario Kart. You can turn yourself around and go the wrong way. You just can't do that. So it's it can be a bit... Oh,
nice.
That was
really
cheeky.
good.
That was cheeky. Oh, so was that.
Let's go.
Love it. Love it. It's nice when that happens. Right, okay. Another donation? Wow, all these donations.
That we do. We just got €5 from Kaziel saying, "Hi Tim, really enjoying the run. Keep up the good work, friend." And then there's a heart emoji.
Oh, Kathel, thank you so much indeed. Such a shame you had to go home, but I did spend some time speaking to you, so thank you so much. Everybody here, by the way, I'm just going to shout out that everybody here is absolutely awesome. BSG has been an absolute amazing week. It's been an amazing event. It's been an honor and a privilege to be here, as always, and I've absolutely loved it. Everybody is so, so great. I had a fantastic run earlier on in the week, and I'm having this run now. So, yeah, thank you to everybody at BSG. You are all awesome.
We're always happy to have you here, Tim. So yeah, for me personally, like this game, I played this a lot as a kid. Some of my earliest memories as a kid are from playing this game, basically. And I always loved just going through the stages and just seeing what's up next, what's going to happen. And yeah, Tim is going to refuel here.
Fuel again?
Yeah,
Yep.
very good.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about the game is the variety. You've got 7 tracks on easy, which are all unique.
Yeah.
10 tracks on medium, which are all unique, and 15 tracks on hard, which are all unique.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of content in this game.
Yeah, visually it's just different every time. Like when we were in Greenland, everything was icy and everything. Now we are in a sunset, basically.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it uses the graphics capabilities of the Amiga really, really well, I feel.
Almost.
I'll live with that. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right, we're starting to get down to the nitty-gritty now. That was race 5, I think.
Yeah, it was 5.
This is race 6, which is going to be Germany. It's the closest we'll get to the Netherlands. And this race is an interesting one because you'll see very shortly why.
It's a German road.
It's a German road.
You can guess why.
It's German roads. It's very, very interesting.
Does that mean we're going to see road construction?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe.
I have not seen this track, by the way. Just pointing that out.
I'm glad that me pointing out that it's a German road was this obvious. I'm driving home from ESA 2 weeks ago. There was a lot of construction on the road. And I was like, driving past some of them, and they were like, oh, this project is slated to end in 2025. I'm like, what? 2025? And no wonder they started here.
Yeah, got a bit caught in the barriers there.
Yeah.
But this course is one when I was younger and when I was first learning the medium category was a bit of a bottleneck. It was very difficult to pass this race until you learnt the sort of barrier patterns and the water and everything.
Yeah.
Because there's water, there's actual
it's rainy.
closed lanes, and there is the random belt. They're not random, but they're effectively random barriers at the end. And unless you know how to avoid them, then you're going to go into them. The saving grace is the other cars are comparatively slow.
Yeah.
So you can get away with hitting something every now and again.
I'm just glad that they were able to imitate German roads this well. Back in 1990.
Yeah, no, I do appreciate the different countries and the different roads because they are some of them are very accurate. Scotland's got loads of rocks all over it, so it's very appropriate.
So, how do you get to work every day?
Yeah, it's very appropriate. Right, so we're doing okay. Some of the other races in the game are really interesting as well. For example, Antarctica, Alaska, and Australia all don't have any road markings because you've got snow and/or desert on them. We won't be seeing any of those tracks in this difficulty, unfortunately. They're all on hard. But we will be seeing a couple of nasty little tricks in this difficulty coming up.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Most of these tracks are not actually that difficult overall. I like the difficulty curve in this game. The only problem I have with it is that it kind of goes right up at the end.
Yeah.
So the last track of every difficulty is difficult.
Quite a bit more, yeah.
Yeah. So for example, in easy, sorry, Grump, in easy, I see there's more donations. In easy,
take your time.
In easy, there are 7 courses, 6 of which are pretty much pushovers, and the last one is harder than most of the courses in medium. And then on this one, you've got the 10 courses, and courses 9 and 10 are harder than the first 6 or 7 courses in hard.
Yeah, they're brutal.
They are brutal. So yeah, the difficulty definitely is quite a thing. Right, I'll shut up and let Krul read some donations.
Sure thing. We got 25 euros from MegaKek saying, always great to see Amigo Tim and the Amiga on stage. And then a smiley face. We have 5 euros from Green Snowdog saying, hard to not feel anything but joy when Tim is around. And that, by the way, gets us less than 100 euros away from that 5.5K mark.
Oh, let's get that, Matt.
Oh, can we get that in this run, folks? Come on. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. Right, I've got to be careful here because we're running out of fuel.
Yep.
That goes right in my way. Right, here we go. Now, one thing that's interesting, I'm having difficulty slowing down on for the joypad.
Oh,
because normally when I do it on the keys, it's a lot easier. But the one thing I've found more difficult with the joypad is slowing down for the fuel. So much so that the very first time I played this earlier on in the week, I overshot the pit lane and forgot and ran out of fuel.
I noticed that you picked the non-standard control scheme. Was there any reason for that?
Yes, there is a reason. There's two control schemes for this game, standard and alternative. Standard is up to accelerate.
Yeah.
Up on the D-pad. So as you can imagine, that's not ideal.
No.
And then the other one, the alternative, is the hold down the button.
Yeah.
Which is what I use, obviously.
That seems a lot more useful when it comes to a gamepad. But with the joystick back in the days, like it's just holding forward. And
I would use up on the joystick. Yeah. Right. Okay. Here we go. Starting to get more difficult now. Ecuador. This course is a twisty one, but again, it's quite fast. So as long as I get a decent start, I'm okay. But if I have a bit of a bad start, it can be difficult to recover it and they have a nasty habit of driving into you.
While you're getting a good start going, let's have Krul mention something like a donation, maybe.
That I can do. We got €6 from Kepsert saying, "Hi Tim, fancy meeting you at this amazing event. Loving your energy and the throwback games. It's a pleasure having you around. Keep up the great work." And then there's a fist bump emoji.
Thank you so much, Kep. So absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Oh, come on, hit the barrier. That's not what we're supposed to do. You can see why I don't have a driving license. You definitely can. Oh, dear, dear. Right, come on,
The
cars.
roads in Scotland got a little bit safer.
Yeah, they're definitely a lot safer with me than me not on them, yeah. That's the reason I don't drive. Well, they're bad enough without me. All right. But no, this is a tricky track, actually. It doesn't look it, but the speed is the issue here.
Yeah.
If you bump somebody...
Speed with all the turns.
It makes it difficult to catch up.
Yeah.
If I can get past them clean, it's not as bad. But if you keep running into them, you're going to have a tough time. There we go. That's really good, actually. That's nice.
Yeah, making some good progress in this stage now.
live with that now. As I've only got a couple in front of me.
Yeah.
And as long as I don't hit them right in the middle of a bend, I should be okay. There we go. And you can see him moving around, look.
He's out to get you.
Yeah, they move from side to side, as I said. And getting around them is not a trivial matter. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that was good.
Okay, so halfway through this race, the only issue now, of course, because all of these races are actually take place on circuits, as obviously we've seen.
Yeah.
But the negative to that is the back markers, which Grump did mention earlier on. And they can be a bit of a well, they are an absolute pain because again, I have the option of bumping into them. So.
Yeah. So right now we passed number 20 and number 19 already. Like you have a moment, like a bit of reprieve when you're first. Like okay, there's nothing. And then you get all the cars that are lagging behind, and
Yep. You do get quite a few. There we go.
they may be a bit salty.
Yeah.
They're out to get Tim. Like that.
Yeah, that wasn't so great. And you do lose a lot of speed.
Yeah.
The difference between getting through a lap without hitting anything and hitting once or more is quite dramatic, especially on a fast course. Right. Okay. I'm going to go and get some fuel, and I see there's God, there's another donation. We'll go for that, Quill.
Of course, we have €10 from Lord Mouse saying, "Great event so far, keep up the good work. Lots of amazing runs too. Please put this donation towards goes to the bro of Tsushima Kurosawa." Sorry, my pronunciation is still awful. Mode, happy smiley face.
Happy smiley face indeed.
Thank you, Lord Mao. Really appreciate it.
All right, so as you know, like currently Tim is running the medium category. Was there any reason why you picked medium over easy or hard?
Yes, the easy category is 7 races, and it can be done in about 20 minutes. I have done it before. I've done it for ESA, I believe. And I will be doing it at UKSG as a 2-player cooperative run with Viper in a couple of weeks' time. But the medium is just a nice, good length. It's about 40 minutes. It's decent, whereas hard is over an hour.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it's a great game. I love this game. But sitting and watching it for an hour, I don't necessarily think it's the most interesting speedrun to sit and watch for an hour. So that's one of the reasons why I went for medium. Now, we've got a challenge for you here, chap. Those who've seen this seen this race before will know what it is. But there is something very specific about this course that isn't quite right. And you need to look at it very carefully, see if you can find it for me. I'll give you a clue. It's towards the end of the lap. There is something strange going on.
Let's give them a few laps. I'll see if the audience here can figure out what is wrong with this particular course.
Yeah, there is something definitely wrong with the course.
They're intently looking at the moment.
We've just passed it, so we'll be back round it again next lap. And I'm having to concentrate on this one.
Something does not make sense.
Yeah, I'm having to concentrate on this one because this is another one. If you bump too much, you're never going to catch up.
The audience is also concentrating quite hard.
Yeah, I'll give you another hint when it's to do with the signs at the edge of the road.
Yeah. We're now in the second lap, so...
Yep, that was it. Passed it again.
Yep. All right, so... Yeah, they're not seeing it
Have a little look at the signs. Notice the directions the signs are pointing.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Okay, spoil it.
It's one of the arrows pointing in the wrong direction, isn't it?
Yep. Coming up to it now. There it is.
We're going left. No, we're going right.
Yep. And that number of times that screwed me up on this course is unbelievable.
This course is mostly going left anyway, so.
Well, it's always left.
Everything's
Yes.
left, yeah.
It's everything left. But the speed of it, if you go off on that bend, not only do you go off, but you end up in the barriers on the other side. And it's very, very difficult to get past to win this race with crashing into those barriers.
Yeah.
I'm probably still not necessarily going to win this, even at this point. It may look quite reasonable at the moment, but because remember, I've got fuel.
You may still have to refuel,
Yes.
so it's going to be a tight one.
It's going to be tight, this one, I think.
So let's give Tim your energy right here.
There we go.
Oh, third spot, let's go.
There we go.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Let's get him out my way. There we
There,
go.
first place.
Right, we've got a nice
Let's go.
clean lap now to put some distance.
But even while Tim is now making distance between between himself and the second spot, like we're already running into the stragglers, and it may just be that during refueling he'll lose a spot or two.
I probably will. Yeah, I probably will. I'll lose at least one spot, probably.
But luckily, you don't have to refuel completely. Like
No,
this is like getting fuel on the highway.
Yeah.
You just do a little bit until you can get cheaper fuel somewhere else.
Quick splash and dash.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. Okay. I did lose the place there. So.
Oh, no, that's so fine. You're still top 10.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah. It's not the end of the world. If I can hopefully negotiate past him, though, that would be
There we
nice.
go.
There we go. And don't fall for this fake bend. There it is. There you go. Right, we're into the last couple of races now. Oh, look at
nice,
that. That was
nice.
good. I just wrote off several £100,000 worth of Lotus. There we go. Right, okay. USA. This is the one that someone mentioned earlier on. This is a beast. This is probably my least favorite course.
This is the Nint track, right?
Sorry, ninth track. Yeah, 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
This one can go very, very badly wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and concentrate a little bit here.
Yeah, this.
The major problems with this one are the rocks and the water. As you can see, we're a hill here, which doesn't help. Now, this bit's very rough because there's a rock right on the inside of that corner that you need to try and avoid.
2 races ago, unintentionally, Tim showcased a bit as well what happens when you get hit on the hill. Because it wasn't a complete crawl, but it went slow until he got on top of the hill. After taking a hit, I believe it was from a different car. But he's doing well at the moment. 4th place already after the first lap. But yeah, there's just a lot of obstacles on this course, and you just have to be careful.
Yeah, this is one of the harder ones in the difficulty, definitely.
That rock is so nasty.
Missing that rock, anytime I miss that rock is good.
Yeah.
So that rock is particularly nasty. You need to be aware of that rock. Right, okay, here we go. Let's try and get past this lot without... And this bend is actually surprisingly nasty coming down into the start-finish here. That's a really nasty bend. Right.
So water also slows you down, correct?
Yes, it does.
At least it's not a full stop, but yeah, if it's on a hill like that, you just lose speed and
look at that.
You just have to.
The other problem with this race is the pit stop, because when you take the pit stop, you obviously slow right down, and you're right at the bottom of the hill.
Oh.
And you crawl all the way up the hill after the pit stop.
It's a rough pit stop, yeah.
So it's a very rough pit stop, and you have to take the pit stop.
It's sadly necessary because, as you can see, like the fuel is currently at half, and that's not going to be enough to completely finish this race.
No.
So again, in the last lap,
Come on.
Tim will be taking a pit stop.
Yeah. Right, okay. Well, that's fine. That's me got a little bit of leeway now, and I'll get this hill to get a little bit of distance, bit of daylight, and then try and... I probably will go for one more lap. I'm tempted.
Should be able to.
I'm tempted. I'm doing very well, so I'm tempted. If you go too far off there, you hit the rock on the outside, which I've done a few times.
Can never win in this race.
No, this is the course that I was probably most worried about. This one or the next one. Oh, there's a rock.
There you go,
yeah, that's fine. These 2 courses are the last 2, and they are the most difficult in the difficulty, without a shadow of a doubt. Right, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, just
I'm going to
safety
fuel
fuel
now.
already.
I'm going to safety fuel now because I feel I've got enough of a buffer, and that'll still give me 2
good.
laps. Yeah, I'm going to lose positions.
Yeah, as you can see, like he just got past as we were refueling, and the other cars, they don't mind. Do they actually, if they bump into something, do they lose speed themselves on the hill? No.
Nope.
Yeah, that's.
Nope.
They're cheaters.
Yeah, standard computer AI. They just do their own thing. But let's try and get around this rock. There we go. Look at that. Done well on that rock so far. Right, okay. Now, assuming I can get a clean finish to the end of this lap, I should be reasonable. And even if I finish where I am at the moment, it's not the end of the world.
No, it's fine. Like, you'll just start a bit higher up in the next race.
There we go.
Which means you're in the middle of the pack instead of the back of the pack.
Yes.
You know.
And that actually, for the next race, could potentially be a...
Oh,
that
nice.
was nice, but he's going to get past me again, though. He's going to get past me again.
Nah, he's not feeling it.
Maybe, or maybe not. Oh, wow.
Oh, there you go.
That's impressive. Right, don't hit this rock now. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
nice.
Oh, yes. Well, that's a cracking USA. That's been very, very good indeed.
Yeah,
But,
this was a great race.
yeah, the only problem is I've still got the last one, and the last one is by no means a guarantee.
Nope.
It's no guarantee that I'm even going to qualify on the last one.
Nope.
So we will see what happens. Right, donation again, Cruel?
Of course, we got another 20 euros donated by someone, but this donation is coming from Robin and Captain from the Rayman community here at BSG. Exteria and Babi Pangang, fun ensured.
Thank you so much indeed.
That, by the way, gets us just 61 euros away from that milestone.
on.
So we are
on.
very close.
We got this race.
We've got
let's-
this. Come on, let's see if we can get it, please. It would be amazing to
61
get that.
euros.
Right,
You can
now,
do it.
Now, this is a very difficult race for two reasons. One is the corners, as you can see, and the other is the oil. Now, you haven't seen the oil, but there is oil on the straights. This is a very bendy course, and the only place that there's straights, there's oil on the straights. So it makes overtaking very, very difficult indeed.
There it was.
Yeah,
And
there
you
it
go.
is.
Yeah.
There it is. Look. And it just...
It's so difficult to see.
It makes difficult, well, it's almost impossible to see, and
Yeah.
it's very, very difficult to overtake on this course. They don't actually go particularly quickly, but it's so twisty
Yeah,
that it's a
there's
real
way
pain.
too much happening.
Yeah, there is. And also the speed is an issue as well. You need fuel. I need fuel after about 3 laps, I think. So
That is quite fast, actually.
it's a bit of a thing.
So is this the only track where you have to refuel twice?
No, we don't have to refuel twice.
Okay.
What I do is I refuel right at the middle, and I go for 3 laps, and I go a full tank.
Okay.
And that's enough then to get me over the last
Okay.
last bit. I don't need to refuel
That
twice. I mean,
that works.
technically you could refuel twice.
Yeah, but that's a waste of time.
Yeah, no, I don't like doing it that way.
No.
Because what will probably happen is I will go in for fuel, and I'll probably come out about 15th or so, and then I'll need to then use the remaining 3 laps to get into the top 10. If I'm higher than 15th after the fuel, then I'm doing very, very well. But this...
So far it's looking good,
Well, I don't want to
honestly.
jinx it,
Yeah,
yeah. but
true.
It is going well so far, but we're not going to jinx it. We'll just see how we get on here. Come on, this is a really nasty corner again, and then this one here is so tight.
Yeah.
That is such a nasty, nasty bend. There we go. I'm getting lucky because I'm not actually finding the cars actually on the bends a lot of the time. That's a nasty one too. There we go. Lost a wee bit of speed there, but that's fine. I'll live with that. Right, come on. Get out of my way. That's right. There you go.
There you go.
Okay,
Nice.
yep, looking pretty reasonable. Let's come and get some of these boys out my way. I've got a bit of
Oh,
oil.
no. Oil.
Oily, oily. Oh, look at that.
This is
Woohoo!
very good. But
I'm happy with that. Right,
yeah,
here we go. Let's just... Now, there's the fuel, look.
Yep.
Cube it.
Yep. Let's
So,
refuel here.
let's fuel here. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
let's crush.
poor.
It's fine. It's fine.
In the meantime, we got 50 euros from Nardico saying, oh wait, Tiny Tim, and then with Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge, take my money. Love you, Tim. Put this donation to the Bro of Tsushima Run Black and White filter. That is currently only 50 euros away from already being met. And that puts us just 11 euros away from the target. We are so close, everybody.
You can do it, chat.
Come on,
You can
folks.
do it.
Nardico, thank you so much. You are amazing. Thank you so much.
We've got 3 laps to go. Tim is
Right.
looking good at the moment.
I'm just concentrating now,
yeah,
though,
let's go.
because
let's
this
get
could
it.
still go wrong.
Absolutely, but
It
you got this, man.
definitely still
You
go
got
wrong,
this.
but... Right, okay, here we go, here we go.
Like again, this is an incredibly difficult race.
Come on.
Don't underestimate this.
No, this is a horrible, horrible
Yeah.
race. Right, okay. This is Japan, I think I said. This is the hardest race in the medium difficulty, and it is probably one of the hardest races in the whole game.
Yeah.
It's in the top 5, probably. There's only 2 or 3 races in hard that are harder than this. All right. Come on, Mr. Car. Stay out my way. No, that's fine. I can live with that. I can live with that.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'll get a little bit of...
Yeah, you got bumped into the road anyway.
We've
So.
still got a lap. We've still got a lap. As long as I don't crash. Ooh. That was close. Right, come on. Could still win this, which would be quite impressive.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't win this even in practice, so... But I didn't win in Greenland, which is a shame, because it would have been a full sweep if I'd won in Greenland.
But this is... you can do it. 1 car to go. There you go. So now we have a bit of smooth sailing until the stragglers come.
I might not hit them.
There's no... you managed to bypass the all hill because you don't have to move past anyone.
Yeah.
And we're about to...
About to finish. Here we go. Time's coming up. And time.
Time.
Woo!
Excellent
Wow.
run. Excellent run.
That was a good run. There we go.
Yeah.
That's it. 184. So yeah, I think I only dropped Greenland.
Yeah.
There you go. What was the time on that? Yeah, that's close to my PB's. My PB's about 38 something, 38.50 maybe. So it's close to my PB. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
That's
that
fantastic.
was an excellent run.
Thank you so much, Grump. Really appreciate it. Another donation, Cruel?
Yeah, we just hit 5,500 euros. We just got two donations in, each of 11 euros. One from Blue Rupee 166 saying 5,500, let's go. And then another 11 euros from Anonymous saying 5.5k, hype. Best of luck with the run, Tim, and also well done to BSG for putting on a great event. Haven't managed to watch much of the event this week, but have enjoyed what I have seen. Thank you both so much for your guys' donations. And with that, we have reached that milestone. Let's see how far we can take it from here. Tim, any final words?
Yes, I would just to say thank you again. Thank you to everybody here, to everyone watching, to everyone donating. Thank you, Grump. Special thanks to the amazing someone. They are absolutely amazing. Thank you. Also to everybody watching. Thank you so much, folks. To you as well, Cruel. You've been very, very good to me, and I really appreciate it. And yes, keep those donations coming in, folks. We're raising money for Mind. We've still got another day of the marathon to go.
Absolutely.
So please stay tuned. Thank you very much. I'm going to go away now, but cheerio for now. Cheers.
Before you do, I have one final donation.
Oh, wow.
This one doesn't have a comment, but we got another 12 euros from Super Chickens 1. So thank you very much for that. With all of that being said, I hope you guys have had fun with Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge. We are going to go into a quick intermission, and when we come back, we'll have an interview with Satanic Nerd about Haiku the Robot, which will then happen immediately after that. So do stay around for that, and we'll be right back.